From a rifle so accurate it was banned from competition shooting to a pistol that fired faster than most machine guns, the firearms industry has a history of creating weapons so effective they had to be discontinued. Some were pulled because they were too expensive to manufacture, others because they made everything else obsolete, and a few because they were simply too dangerous for their own good. These are 12 discontinued firearms that were so revolutionary, so perfectly engineered, that decades later, collectors and enthusiasts are still begging manufacturers to bring them back. Number 12, the Colt Python. In the 1970s, if you wanted the finest revolver money could buy, there was only one choice. Introduced in 1955, the Colt Python, with its distinctive ventilated rib barrel, was the Rolls-Royce of revolvers. Every Python was individually hand-tuned by master craftsmen in Connecticut. Each was test-fired, timing adjusted to perfection, and the trigger pull refined until it broke like glass. This made it the gold standard for law enforcement and competitive shooters alike. But this perfection came at a high cost. By the 1990s, each Python required 40 hours of hand labor. With skyrocketing labor costs, Colt was losing money. In 1999, Colt ended mass production, with custom orders ceasing by 2005. Used Pythons immediately doubled in price. Colt brought the Python back in 2020, but collectors insist the efficient new manufacturing lacks the legendary hand-fitted precision of the original. Number 11. The MP5K. When Heckler & Koch introduced the MP5K in 1976, they created something unprecedented. The K stood for Kurz, German for short. At 13 inches long with a 4.5-inch barrel, it gave special operations units serious firepower in an incredibly compact package. The weapon's delayed blowback system provided remarkable accuracy. Secret Service agents could place precise bursts from moving vehicles, while German GSG-9 operators cleared buildings with surgical precision. But its compact size created a legal nightmare. Under US law, short-barreled rifles require heavy federal registration. HK created a civilian semi-automatic version, the SP-89, but the 1989 import ban abruptly halted those sales. For the average firearms enthusiast, this engineering marvel remains tantalizingly out of reach. Military units still occasionally acquire MP5Ks, but modern pistol-caliber carbines can't quite match its unique combination of size, accuracy, and legendary reliability. Number 10. The Winchester Model 70 Pre-64. Before 1964, the Winchester Model 70 was the finest hunting rifle made in America. Its controlled round feed action, forged steel receiver, and hand-checkered walnut stock represented the pinnacle of craftsmanship. The controlled round feed system meant cartridges were positively controlled from magazine to chamber. Even cycling the bolts upside down, it fed flawlessly, a reliability dangerous game hunters swore by. Skilled machinists hand-built each rifle, fitting components individually and polishing metal to a mirror finish. But facing foreign competition and pressure to cut costs, Winchester redesigned the Model 70 in 1964. The legendary controlled round feed was replaced with a simpler push feed system, and hand-fitting was eliminated for mass production. Hunters immediately noticed the loss of its soul. Winchester tried to recapture the magic later, but hunters insist nothing matches those original rifles. A pristine pre-64 Model 70 can sell for 10 times the price of a modern equivalent. Number 9. The Thompson submachine gun. During World War II, no weapon was more feared by German soldiers than the Thompson submachine gun. The Tommy gun's devastating 45 ACP firepower made it the terror of European battlefields. Originally designed by John Thompson as a trench broom for World War I, early models utilized a complex Blish lock delay system that provided remarkable reliability. But this luxury manufacturing was ridiculously expensive, costing the military over $200 per gun. When the military needed to arm millions quickly and cheaply, the Thompson had to evolve. To drop the price to a manageable $70, later World War II variants like the M1 completely eliminated the Blish lock, opting for simpler blowback operation. Ultimately, even this was replaced by the $20 stamped steel M3 grease gun. While semi-automatic reproductions exist today, the original full-auto Thompson's combination of craftsmanship, heft, and raw firepower has never been matched. Number 8. The Steyr AUG. In 1977, Austrian engineers at Steyr created something out of science fiction, a bullpup rifle with an integrated optical sight, modular barrel, and futuristic polymer construction. The Adaptive Universal Gun, or AUG, was decades ahead of its time. The bullpup configuration placed the action behind the trigger, creating a rifle with a 20-inch barrel that was shorter than most carbines. The integrated Swarovski optic provided clear target acquisition, and soldiers could swap barrels in seconds without tools. Austrian Special Forces and Australian jungle units adopted it immediately. But the 1989 US import ban caught Steyr by surprise, making complete AUG rifles impossible to import. Steyr was forced into domestic licensing agreements that never matched the original Austrian quality control. While Steyr eventually returned to America, original Austrian-made AUGs remained the gold standard, commanding premium prices as true masterpieces of modern rifle engineering. Number 7. The Browning Auto 5. For 70 years, if you needed a semi-automatic shotgun that functioned in any condition, you bought a Browning Auto 5. Designed by legendary inventor John Moses Browning in 1900, it was the first successful semi-auto shotgun and arguably the most reliable ever built. Browning's brilliant long recoil system meant the entire barrel and bolt recoiled together, using the shotgun's own energy to cycle anything from light target shells to heavy magnums. Waterfowl hunters could fire for decades without cleaning. Its square-back receiver and humpbacked profile made it instantly recognizable. Production continued virtually unchanged for nearly a century, creating a fiercely devoted following. But by the 1980s, the Auto 5's long recoil system made it heavier than modern gas-operated competitors. Discontinued in 1998, it marked the end of an era. Today, hunters still mourn its passing, and used Auto 5s routinely sell for more than modern shotguns. Number 6. The H&K G11. In the 1980s, Heckler & Koch developed a rifle that seemingly defied physics. The G11 fired revolutionary caseless ammunition, eliminating brass ejection and achieving fire rates that made traditional assault rifles look primitive. Dynamit Nobel molded propellant into a solid block around each bullet. It burned completely, eliminating the extraction cycle. This allowed the G11 to fire 3-round bursts so quickly that all 3 bullets left the barrel before the recoil reached the shooter's shoulder. Accuracy was phenomenal, and Germany planned to equip its entire military with this space-age weapon. But its intricate mechanism required incredibly expensive precision manufacturing, and the caseless ammo cooked off prematurely in hot climates. When the Berlin Wall fell in 1989, the massive cost of German reunification made expensive projects suddenly unaffordable. The program was canceled, and one of the most advanced rifles ever developed vanished into museums. Number 5. The Marlin Model 39A. From 1939 until 2017, Marlin manufactured the Model 39A lever-action .22 rifle with virtually no changes. This 78-year run made it the longest produced shoulder arm in history. The 39A represented the perfect evolution of lever-action design, featuring a side-loading gate, a solid top receiver for optics, and deadly accurate micro-groove rifling. Its remarkably smooth, reliable action allowed competition shooters to outpace semi-automatics, while remaining safe enough to teach generations of children marksmanship. Marlin's quality control was obsessive, matching premium American walnut to perfectly polished steel. But when Remington acquired Marlin in 2007, production moved to New York and quality plummeted. The century-old precision manufacturing was instantly lost in the transition. By 2017, quality declined so severely that production was suspended entirely. Ruger acquired Marlin in 2020, but enthusiasts remain skeptical, driving prices for original Connecticut-made 39As through the roof. Number 4. The High Standard HDM. During World War II, when Allied Special Forces needed to eliminate sentries silently, they used the High Standard HDM. This integrally suppressed .22 pistol was so effective it remained classified for decades. Based on High Standard's Olympic target pistol, it featured a 6-inch integral suppressor that maintained the pistol's precise handling. With subsonic ammunition, the HDM was nearly silent. The only sound was the action cycling and the bullet striking. OSS operatives used it across occupied Europe, and the CIA utilized it through Korea, Vietnam, and the Cold War. However, the HDM met its end in 1977. The Church Committee investigations put intense government scrutiny on CIA assassination tools, which combined disastrously with high standard relocating its factory and facing massive financial ruin. The HDM was discontinued, ending the era of legally available, integrally suppressed production handguns and cementing its status as an unmatched covert legend. Number 3, the FN-FAL. For 30 years, the Fabrique Nationale FAL was the right arm of the free world. Designed by Dieudonné Save in Belgium, the FAL combined the massive stopping power of the 7.62 NATO cartridge with a hyper-reliable piston-driven gas system. The result was a battle rifle capable of 800-meter engagements that functioned flawlessly in desert sand or Arctic cold. More than 90 countries adopted it, from British commandos in the Falklands to Australian soldiers in Vietnam. Its modular design allowed instant customization for paratroopers or support gunners. However, the FAL's success was ultimately its weakness. The powerful 7.62 NATO cartridge generated tremendous recoil, making burst accuracy difficult, and the 10-pound rifle was undeniably heavy. When NATO standardized the lighter 5.56 cartridge, military forces systematically replaced their FALs. Production officially ended in 1988, leaving legally transferable military originals to fetch massive premiums among modern collectors. Number 2, the Luger P08. No handgun in history has achieved the mystique of the German Luger. Designed by Georg Luger in 1900, the P08 represented the absolute pinnacle of German engineering. Its distinctive toggle action and graceful lines were machined to tolerances measured in thousandths of an inch. Each pistol was individually fitted, tested, and stamped with matching serial numbers. The complex mechanical advantage of the toggle made cycling brilliantly smooth, producing a handgun accurate enough for competition, but reliable enough for 2 world wars. Allied soldiers prized captured Lugers above all other battlefield souvenirs. Yet this obsessive precision was its downfall. Each pistol required extensive, skilled hand fitting. As Germany's wartime economy demanded faster production, the complex Luger was replaced by the cheaper stamped steel Walther P38. Modern manufacturing cannot replicate the hand-fitted soul of those original German military Lugers, making them incredibly valuable centerpieces for any serious collector. Number 1. The Winchester Model 1873. For over 50 years, the Winchester Model 1873 was quite simply the most popular rifle in America. Earning its nickname as the gun that won the West, Winchester's genius was creating a lever action that fired the same .44-40 cartridge as the Colt single-action Army revolver. Cowboys only needed one type of ammunition for both weapons. The 1873's toggle link action was smoother and faster than any repeating rifle of its era, allowing skilled shooters to fire aimed shots as quickly as modern semi-automatics. Brilliant marketing positioned it for successful men, with Buffalo Bill Cody carrying special presentation models. But the 1873's black powder frame couldn't handle the high pressures of the smokeless powder revolution. Discontinued in 1919, America lost a masterpiece of individual craftsmanship. Modern reproductions capture its look, but the meticulously hand-fitted Winchester originals remain the gold standard of the lever-action era. These 12 firearms are more than just weapons. They are relics of an era when precision and craftsmanship mattered more than profit margins. While modern manufacturers often prioritize mass production, these discontinued classics achieved legendary status through obsessive attention to detail. Economics and politics may have halted their production, but for collectors, they remain ultimate objects of desire. They stand in stark contrast to today's planned obsolescence, reminding us that true perfection is worth the cost. Ultimately, these guns are manufacturing history, forged in a time when being good enough simply wasn't good enough.